Hi, what if I told you that building an agent can actually read your emails, schedule meetings, analyze documents? It used to take a lot of time coding, but now you can actually do it in hours. So that's what OpenAI promises with Agent Kit. It was presented during Dev Day 2025, but here's what they're not telling you. And I will. So by the end of this guide, you'll know exactly what AgentKit really is, who can actually use it, what it really costs, and whether it's the right tool for you and your project. So let's get into it. So, hi, welcome. This is my name is Tani. This is ABCs of Gen AI. So, as I said, I'm going to do a complete deep dive. This is like a summary of what I'll cover. Again, what AgentKit actually is and what is not. Second, who can access it? What is inside the 5 components of it? Why use it? The real advantages, what it costs, the actual numbers, how to use it successfully, what to watch out for, and I'll do in the end a live presentation. I just want to make a note that this is like a very massive video, and because of time constraints, I'll divide the video into small chunks. So I think it's also easier for you to listen and don't get bored. And again, let's do it. Let's start at the beginning. According to Sam Altman himself, and I quote, he said, AgentKit is a complete set of building blocks to take agents from prototype to production with way less friction. So, what does that actually mean? You need to think about building an agent like this. So you need a lot of parts, a lot of pieces. You need like one tool for orchestration, and you could use, for example, LangChain. It's the most known, I think, or Llama Index. You will need like another tool for managing prompts. You need like a third tool for building the chat interface if you want to embed in your website. And we'll need like a fourth for connecting the agent to use some tools for external services like Gmail or Salesforce. We need like another for testing and another for safety and monitoring. So here's the painful part, getting them all to work together. That's where most of the work was. And AgentKit consolidates all of this. You consolidate the orchestration, the data connectors, the testing, the UI, the safety, and this is all into one unified platform. And in the end, everything's designed to work together out of the box. Now, here's the reality check, and I want to tell you there's a table. On the right side, you have what AgentKit is not. On the left side, you have what AgentKit is. And looking at the table, you can see that AgentKit is not a one-click solution for non-technical users. It's not like plug and play like Zapier. It's not so simple like Canva. So what it actually is, it's a developer-focused toolkit that requires developer thinking, because even as a developer using that interface, you'll still need to understand prompt engineering. You need to write for the LLMs. What do you want them to do? You need to know logic flow design. We need to know how AI agents behave and how to debug and when things go wrong. So think of it this way. Canva is truly a no-code. Anyone can make a poster in minutes, but AgentKit is more like Figma with code export, much easier than pure coding, absolutely. But you still need design thinking and technical understanding for it to work properly. So if you've never designed a logic flow or worked with AI prompts, you need to expect a learning curve, and I'll measure it in weeks, not hours. Who should actually use AgentKit? I have like 3 different possible options. In my opinion, AgentKit is ideal for software developers that are transitioning into AI, and you've obviously know the logic thinking already. Also, AI engineers that are building production systems, and technical founders building AI products that need to actually move fast. So the second option is it's possible, but with effort. This is also for technical people that are willing to learn and are willing to invest time. If you already have some automation experience with tools like Zapier and want more control, more power, so AgentKit is also good for this. But again, the third option, I do not recommend if you are a complete beginner and you don't have any code background, or you're not a beginner but you are expecting instant plug and play results, or in the end you just need a simple task automation. So in that case, I advise to stick with Zapier or Make, and keep this in mind as we go deeper. All right, you understand now what it is. Now let's talk about who can actually access it and what you'll need to access it. Let's bust the biggest myth right now, because this confuses everyone. If you have ChatGPT Plus, that $20 per month subscription, you might think, right, maybe I can use AgentKit. Well, nope. ChatGPT Plus only gives you access to GPT-5 for chatting. It's like a chatbot, so it's the consumer ChatGPT interface, and at least at the moment there's not like an icon or something that redirects you for Agent Builder. So AgentKit actually lives in the OpenAI API platform, which is a completely separate product for developers. So it's like thinking your Netflix subscription gives you access to Netflix video production tools. It doesn't. So this is two entirely different things. You have ChatGPT Plus, that is for using AI, and the API platform, that is for building with AI. And you need the API platform. I hope this is clear. Good. So AgentKit, it's not just one thing, it's 5 things. You have ChatKit, Evolves, Agent Builder, Connector Registry, and last but not least, Guardrails, that is missing on my table because some sources said it was 4, others 5, but I'm including it. And we'll talk about that later. And a little bit of each component. I'll tell you that ChatKit and Evolves, they are generally available today, which means if you are an API developer with billing enabled, you can actually use them immediately. So you just don't need to wait. You don't need any approval process. You just go. However, in beta, you have 2 components. You have Agent Builder and Connector Registry. Agent Builder, this is the visual workflow designer that I'll demonstrate in another video. And it is in beta, which means that it's rolling out gradually and you might have it or not. You just need to go to the platform for OpenAI API platform and check on the left side. You have the navigation menu and see if there's an option for Agent Builder to click on. And if you don't have it, you just need to wait. Connector Registry, the 4th component, it's for managing external data. However, it's only for enterprise. If you are a solo developer, you want to see the global admin console, and that is okay because you don't actually need it to use Agent Builder. Because the connectors themselves, where are they? Well, they can still you can still use those through MCP nodes. You just won't have that centralized enterprise management layer. That's the only difference. Now, Guardrails, the 5th component, it's the safety layer, and to detect jailbreaks between input, output, etc. And it's part of the AgentKit stack, and you just can enable them right inside Agent Builder. So again, to recap, ChatKit and Evolves, it's ready now to use. Connector Registry, it's only for enterprise, but you have the workarounds with MCP nodes, and you have also the Guardrails. So 5 components, 3 tiers, and it's all happening now. So now you know the truth about what AgentKit is and who it's really for. If you're ready to take the next step, I'll cover exactly how to get access, the 5 things you'll need to get started, and break down the real costs. Click the video on your screen now to continue to part 2.